Hello nice people! As you may or may not have noticed, I haven't posted anything in a little while, so let me quickly reintroduce myself. My name is Radostina and I'm a Bulgarian illustrator living in Denmark. I make postcards about life in Denmark as a foreigner, I drink tea and I complain about the weather. So, as I was saying, I haven't posted anything in a while. At first, I just wanted to give myself a 1 week break because I noticed that I spent way too much time on making videos and not enough on some other less fun but very important aspects of my business. Then 1 week turned into 2, 3, a month, and it got increasingly harder to go back and make another video. Every task or project has a specific mindset or a vibe to it for me, and sometimes I find it a bit hard to shift between those as quickly as I need to in order to stay on top of all my work. Instead, I tend to get deep into a specific area of work that needs doing and get completely immersed. I stay there for quite a while, I start to see some positive shifts in that area, but then I notice that everything else has fallen by the wayside. So then I have to make an effort to stop working so hard on that particular area and shift to another that has been neglected for too long. And working in this way means that there is always some area that is being over prioritized and another is being neglected, and there's always work piling up in some third area. I don't know if it happens to everyone trying to run a business all by themselves, but it certainly is how it works for me. So progress is always slow and hard, and it often feels like I make one step forward and multiple backwards. So there also comes a time of a crash, when I just feel like I'm getting buried under the weight of all the work that has piled up and there is just no catching up. So basically what I'm saying is that I've just been through one of those cycles focusing on all these different areas for a while at a time, and then I come to a point where I feel like I've dropped all the balls and I'm running around trying to collect them one by one and make them bounce again or whatever. I don't know what is happening with this metaphor anymore, but hopefully you get what I mean. In addition to all that, we are now deep into the autumn season. I love autumn, I always have, but since living in Denmark it has a bit of a more bitter than sweet taste to it. Even after living here for 15 years, I can't get used to northern winters, and every year when that time comes, I feel a very tangible shift in my mood and energy when the days get shorter and shorter and the light is scarce. It's mostly grey and dark and it gets cold, which I'm quite intolerant to. So I've been feeling all of that again, and it's been making work much harder. One of the areas I've been focusing on was the back end of my webshop, which is not only boring to do, but also very uncinematic to film, edit and watch, which is also why I've had less material for videos. I'm however very happy to report I fixed a major bug I've been having for a while that has been driving me crazy. It took me months to figure it out and fix it, and I'm a little bit proud of myself for it, so I thought I'd drop a quick brag. Now I want to make my site faster and better on mobile, but first I need a little break from website stuff for a while. I finished two sketchbooks semi-recently and decided to scan them and make them into a digital PDF book. The idea was to use this as a small relaxing project in between less fun work, but it turned out to be a way bigger task than I anticipated, so I haven't really finished it yet, and honestly I'm not sure I will because I don't even know if I really need it for anything. Is anyone interested in seeing a digital version of a sketchbook? Let me know. Doing all this bulk scanning certainly taught me a few things about scanning and my scanner, and of course about editing scanned files. Now my scanner is far from the best out there, but it's decent enough, so I finally have some nice scans of my work. One of my objectives was to preserve my marker sketches because drawings made with alcohol markers change and fade over time. Alcohol ink is not archival quality, so it is a good idea to scan these as soon as possible if you want to keep the colors vibrant. Another behind-the-scenes job that I've been doing, which doesn't really translate very well into video, is working as my own sales representative, I guess. So basically I've been going directly to other businesses to offer them my cards, and it's been quite an adventure. There's been a lot of learning and a steep out of the comfort zone hike, but at the same time I didn't hate doing this as much as I thought I would. In fact, I didn't hate it at all. It was at times even kind of fun. If anything, what I hate is the follow-up emails. The people I spoke to have been a lot friendlier than I anticipated, so it's really been a very good experience. We are now entering the season of markets, so I'm quite excited to be out with my cards again. This year I decided to try something new, so I ordered a bunch of frames so I can offer my posters already framed. I ordered just a couple of frames because I don't really have a ton of space to store them, especially if I can't sell them. Seeing my work framed makes it seem really finished and kind of official, so it really looks a lot more professional to present it in this way, but it's added quite a weight to my market luggage. I just had some markets, and seeing how much my shop has grown from what it used to be makes me quite proud. However, it's become harder and harder to carry all these things around with the public transport, but it is what it is. So these are some of the things that have been keeping me away. We also had a plumbing and flooding situation at our apartment that was really no fun to deal with, but it's all solved now, so that's great. I have realized that I haven't done much actual creative work lately. I've been so focused on selling and marketing and shop maintenance and admin, which are all very important tasks, but I feel like I barely make anything new anymore. I miss making things, I miss creating, but I've been holding myself back because business has been slow this year and I haven't really had the budget for much new production. There are some pretty big and exciting projects that I keep pushing further into the future, hoping that later on I'll have more of a budget for them, but the time keeps not being right, unfortunately. I also feel a bit guilty focusing on the creative side, which of course is my favorite and what I want to do the most, but I tend to still see it as a reward rather than part of my job. So when other aspects of my work haven't been going well, it seems wrong to focus on aspects that are not immediately profitable and feel kind of self-indulgent, I guess. Before I chose a creative career for myself, creativity was always the thing I did at the end of the day, late at night when all the other work was done, because it was just a treat for myself. I still struggle to see it as an important part of what I'm doing, as something that is worth spending time on. In reality, it is an essential part. All else is just support work that would be pointless if I never made any artwork. But anyway, I had finally found the time and budget to make a little something new. Not a massive new project, just a small one, but I'll tell you all about that next time. Hope to see you back, and until then, have fun!